Hey, there we go. Hello.
Oh, hello. Sorry. I wasn't
you,
paying attention.
Fall asleep there for a second.
No, I was looking at my phone
Oh,
like
okay.
a true professional.
Professionalism.
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I heard you went away for a holiday.
Yeah, and I heard you went away for a holiday.
We did not talk about it at all last week. But
No, we did not.
we went away on holidays.
Yeah, well, undisclosed part of time, disappeared for a while. The difference between you going away and me going away was you did the recording and then you left.
Yep.
I did the recording with you and then edited everything.
Hey, you didn't have to.
Yeah, you're right. But if I didn't,
Then I would have had to have done it that night.
no, you wouldn't have done it that night. You would have been like, well, no episodes next week.
Actually, I probably would have had to have done it because otherwise you would have got mad at me.
I would have definitely got mad at you, but I was happy to do it. I was up for a very long time doing it, but that's all right.
I got in. I went to Ballarat, and by the time I got in, it was 9 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, something like that. So it wasn't too bad.
What time did you leave then?
I left here at 2.
How did it take you 7 hours to get to Ballarat?
No, it's a 5 to 6 hour drive. 2 to 8 is 6 hours.
Oh, I thought you said 9.
Well, like 8 to 9, because by the time I got to my grandparents' house where I was staying, it was 9 o'clock. Because I went to Dad's and ended up watching a bit of the cricket. Watched
Cricket.
a lot of cricket. But the main reason I went down is to go watch the football. The football.
Yeah, we won't want to talk about that.
Which was fantastic. Went down to see North Melbourne play terribly against a also terrible Bulldogs.
Yeah, 17. Was it 17 or 18 fucking intercepted marks or something?
It was a terrible game to watch.
It was not fun. On the plus side, it was better than watching Geelong versus Bombers, but...
Well, that was the game I could have gone and seen, but we ended up going to see St Kilda versus Carlton.
Didn't St Kilda flog the fuck out of them?
Yeah. But I didn't see much of that game.
You drunk?
Well, no, because Saturday night after the game, I'm in my Bulldogs gear, as you do, being a Bulldog supporter, and you're quite happy with the win. So we decided to go to Crown. I don't know how to get up. I can't remember.
How much money did you lose at Crown?
Well, no, I didn't bet on anything at Crown. Had a few drinks. Because the first thing we did before we got to the footy was we went to this pub, which I sent you a photo of. It's the North Melbourne Footy... But not the North Melbourne Footy Club, but it's fans of the North Melbourne Football Club own it. And they always have North games playing. And because Boomer Harvey beat the record for most amount of games played at 427...
Yep.
And then he beat it again this week at 428. He beat his own record.
Well, that's how records work, mate. If you keep playing after the most games played, you keep beating your own record.
Well, they had it so that at 428 there was a shout from the publican. Everyone gets a free beer. One free beer at 428. So we tried to make it in time for that. Didn't make it. Then we had a few pots there. Schooners. And then we realised that you could get, because there was 4 of us drinking, you could get 4 pints for the same price as 4 schooners were. Mm-hmm. So we're like, well, fuck, we should have been doing that. So we started doing that, and then we went to the footy. Didn't drink at the football because they only serve mid-strength, and it's expensive at a night game.
Yep.
Down at the old Eddie Had.
You fucking almost got fried then.
I did. I was quick about it, though.
Eddie had what?
He had a stadium. Didn't do too well with it, though. So we went and watched the footy. It was a good game. And then we went to Crown. Had a few more drinks there. Didn't do too much else. Got to about 2 o'clock. And I think I fucked that up. Yep, I did. Damn it. Jesus. I think I fell off and then fell off something else.
Yep.
And then we went to Centrefold Lounge.
What's the Centrefold Lounge?
It's a strip club.
And what did you at the strip club?
I got dancers.
Yeah. Excellent.
I spent...
Wait. How much did you spend?
I spent... well, Dad bought this first dance.
All right, no worries.
He... Because I'd never had a lap dance before, because at the time, previously going to strip clubs, I had a girlfriend, and it's just like, you don't need to pay for a lap dance when you got a girlfriend. She could do it for free.
No, she won't.
Well, she didn't. No, she ended up paying for lap dances from other girls, though. But yeah, I got a lap dance from one girl, and then ended up getting a lap dance from another girl,
Yep.
and then ended up getting a few more lap dances, and a few more, and a couple more. I ended up spending $250 on lap dances.
Now, at this time, I was obviously also drunk because I went away to my old hometown where I was born of Deniliquin. Now, when I got this message from you, I was sitting down at a family dinner. Now, I'm sitting in the local RSL. For those who don't know what the RSL is, it's kind of like a war memorial bar, pub. It's a restaurant of sorts.
Yeah.
And it usually for like the Anzacs and all that sort of thing, I guess, or
Good meals.
army.
Good meals.
It's decent. It's the best place you can go in my hometown for food and drinks and all that sort of stuff. Well, it's the most classiest place, I should say. It's not the best. The best would be the fucking White Lion, which is perfect pub meals. Anyway, back to my story. I'm sitting there and it was my cousin's second birthday. And I'm sitting there having a beer with me uncle and me and Gary, because Gary came along with me because apparently he's my boyfriend.
I bet you heard a few of those jokes.
No, actually, believe it or not.
Yeah.
He's been there enough, and he's been basically part of my family for a very long time. And because he gets along with my family very well, because he's a bogan and they're bogans. And for those who don't know what bogans are, just think rednecks and multiply it by 10. And we're just sitting there having a few beers, and I get this message, and I'm looking at the message, and I'm like, oh, okay, how much did you spend? $250. Gary's looking over my shoulder. Then you sent the second part of that message, which I won't say. And he's like, what? I'm like, I was going to go back to eating dinner, eating lunch. So, the best part about that was barbecue pork ribs.
The best part about that whole story was barbecue pork ribs.
Well, because that's what I had for lunch.
Oh, that's actually... Oh, shit, I died.
Bourbon barbecue pork ribs.
That sounds good.
Yeah, they were good. They were fantastic. But yeah, that was an interesting story. My trip wasn't as good. My trip was more family, alcohol, and food. A lot of alcohol. I don't drink much anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be drinking for a while.
I used to drink a lot, and then I sort of slipped through my old age. So it was an interesting sight, an interesting thing, but I can definitely say that your weekend was definitely a lot more...
My story takes the cake.
Yeah. $250 is a lot of money.
Yeah, it was...
That's about the amount of money I spent.
It was what I allotted myself for the weekend.
And you went over, obviously, because then you had to pay for petrol. And...
No, well, because that was the money I had for the weekend for drinking.
Okay.
And you know, for activities like that. Because I knew we'd probably go there, which I was fine with.
Oh, really?
Did I? Hey,
yeah,
I
you got it. And you were fine with it, really? No.
But I'll continue what happened on the second day, the Sunday,
Okay.
in the next episode, because that's a long story as well.
Yeah.
Not as pleasant. Definitely not as pleasant.
A bit seedy?
You could say that.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah. And then sort of I got back yesterday. You also got back yesterday. We actually, surprisingly
time.
enough, got home around the same time.
Within about half an hour of each other, right?
Yeah. Because it was interesting, because on the way back, because I was driving, because
So was
apparently there was 4 people in my car, and only 2 people could drive. One of them didn't feel confident enough to drive between towns, so I was the one stuck driving the entire time, which is fine. I can do that, like that road, almost with my eyes closed.
You've done it.
Theoretically. I've done it that many times. But the issue was, I found out that one of the people gets travel sickness.
Oh, really?
Well, as a person that's been plagued with it most of my life too, when I'm driving I don't get it, because I'm concentrating on the road, and, you know, I guess it's the concentration on the road that stops me from getting sick. and I guess because I'm also an adult now, I don't know, maybe my equilibrium's sort of improved because I don't get it as much unless I haven't eaten.
Yep.
If I haven't eaten, then I feel really sick, or if I've eaten too much, then I get really sick. It has to be like a fine line between eating, and I have to have plenty of fluids. If I feel thirsty, that's it. I get sick. That's even when I'm driving. But we got back to Mildura, and I'm taking Gary back to his place, and the person in the back seat goes, Jared, can you pull over? You know, and the natural thing is for me, when someone asks me to pull over, my first reaction's always, all right, yeah, no worries. I don't ask, I just pull over.
Yeah.
Because I've had experiences in my life where I've gone pull over and they say no.
Oh, yeah, and you're like, no, pull over.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this is going to be bad for you.
I've got a story for that too.
Cool.
Cool. And this is only the beginning. We'll have to wait till this part's over anyway before we
she's gone
start the
into
next
the portal.
episode.
Oh, this is not good.
Have you not reached this part?
No, I have. I'm just, for story's sake. It's not good.
All right. I pulled over and he got out and fucking threw his guts up everywhere. I'm like, oh, is he alright? And the reason why I was talking about that is because I remember one time that I was drinking with Gary and another mate of ours. Actually, you would know him. He's been on the channel a few times, Alan or Blanchy.
Oh, God. Yes.
And we drank really heavily. It was back when I was drinking really heavily. Probably as heavily as they still do today.
Yeah, they do go hard.
Don't you need to jump in that soon, or do you have to keep fighting them off?
I don't know. I was just fighting him to wrap up.
Oh. Anyway, so after a night, we decided to get up and go to a game of, I know it's going to sound fucking nerdy, but whatever, Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, so they woke me up early to go play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was fucking green. Green.
Yep.
And I told him to pull over, and he's like, why? Pull over. Why?
Just do it.
Just fucking do it. And I didn't even I opened the door, and as I was opening the door, it came out.
Oh.
So I just made a rule. If anyone asks me to pull over in the car, I'll just do it.
Yep.
I was like, I don't want to have anyone to go through that shit. Is it over yet? Alright, I think that's it, isn't it?
Yep.
Good timing.
There we go. Perfect.
Good timing. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe.
Like and comment and tell us your seedy Sunday sessions or seedy experiences in the big city or the little city that is known as Denny. The Ute Muster was on, wasn't it?
Nah.
Oh.
Bye. Shut down. You must was on. Nah.
A friend of mine was going to the Ute Muster. I figured it must be that weekend.
End of next month.
Oh, well, there, plenty of time. There you go. The old Denny Ute Muster.
Don't go at shit.
Unless you like seeing utes and mustering.
And
They
I guess
muster all the
I
utes
guess
up
slutty cowgirls.
I mean,
Not good looking ones. Slutty doesn't mean good looking.
yeah, I suppose. Sometimes.